In this video, we are going to talk about what I believe to be the 5 pillars of health. Each and every one of these pillars needs to be a part of your life if you truly want to reach your maximum health potential. Now, do not worry, these pillars are not difficult to implement. Each and every one of you can probably start implementing them today. I have personally prioritized everything we're going to talk about in this video today over the course of a couple of years, and I can assure you these things really do make a big difference. So if you want to know how you can optimize your health, keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kate. I'm a health coach and I post videos on a high-fat, nutrient-dense way of eating. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, feel free to share, and make sure to subscribe. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where I share new posts every single day. Now, this video might start off a little bit basic. I'm sure you can probably guess what pillar 1 is and maybe even pillar 2, but make sure you keep watching until the end, because I think the last couple of pillars might surprise you. Number 1, the most important aspect of our health is nutrition. This is the biggest component that determines your body composition, way more so than exercise, even though we've all been told that both are equally important. Eat less, move more. But I believe from my personal experience, from my experience with clients, that nutrition is 80, if not 90% of the battle. And being overweight or obese is associated with numerous diseases: diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, asthma. It increases your risk of cancer. When someone who is obese or even overweight gets to a healthy body weight, a lot of these symptoms and diseases improve as well. And because nutrition plays such a big role in body composition, it really is the most important aspect of our health. If you only take one thing away from this video, make it to get your diet in check. But what exactly does that look like? What exactly does that mean? Well, at the bare bones, a healthy diet is made up of eating only whole foods and no processed foods. Meat, fish, eggs, nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables. No refined carbs, no refined sugar. If you can do that, your health will improve by leaps and bounds. Now, I have plenty of other videos on my channel that go into nutrition, so I won't spend too much time on it today. But if you're interested in knowing more about what makes a diet successful and how to find a diet that works for you, you can check out this video afterwards. Pillar number 2 is exercise. Now, I really want to stress that burning calories is not the main benefit of exercise. I do not think exercise is effective for weight loss or weight management, but it is important for general health. Regular exercise has been shown to have both physical and mental positive health outcomes. It helps you build muscle, it helps you build bone density, it enhances your cardiovascular function, it can improve your mood, it can improve your brain function and your memory, and it reduces oxidative stress. Now, when I say exercise, I don't mean going to the gym 7 days a week, killing yourself in these high-intensity workout classes for hours on end. This chronic approach to exercise is simply not sustainable and may actually end up doing more harm than good. We will go into this a little bit more in pillar number 3. There is a way to train efficiently where you get the maximum benefits in a minimal amount of time. But let's take it one step back first before we go into training, because low intensity exercise is key. Looking at humans through an evolutionary lens, we have never spent as much time sitting as we do today. Going for short walks throughout the day can really make such a difference to your health. Again, the benefits here are not from burning calories. If you are currently not doing any physical exercise, before you go ahead and jump into a workout routine, simply start by walking more. Now, if you are looking to enhance your health further, you can add in some strength training. When you're planning your exercise routine, you want to focus on working your muscles until absolute failure. When you do this, you are essentially signaling your muscles that they aren't adequate, that they have to get stronger. So yes, this can be achieved by the classic lifting heavy, but it can also be done with body weight exercise. Push-ups, pull-ups, planks, squats. Do a few sets of these until absolute failure, and you've got a really good full body workout. 20 to 30 minute sets, 3 to 4 times a week is all you need to yield maximum benefits. And the same applies to cardio workouts. There is this culture around chronic cardio where the thinking is you need to work as hard as you can for as long as you can. I used to be so guilty of this. I used to cycle hundreds of kilometers every week, pretty much every day. If I took a day off, I felt so guilty about it. My rides would be 2, 3, sometimes 4 hours. But this type of exercise in this chronic style can do a lot more harm than good. Taking myself as an example, number 1, I lost my period. Number 2, I lost muscle mass. I was never giving my body the proper chance to recover, and if I continued on like this for much longer, who knows what would have happened. Doing sprint training, also known as HIIT training, even once a week is again going to yield maximum results in a minimal amount of time. What this looks like for me right now is doing sprints for 15 seconds on and 15 seconds off on a stationary bike. I also have some follow along at home workouts on my channel that you can check out and do as well. I kind of touched on this with the last pillar, but pillar number 3 is sleep and recovery. As I said before, I went through a chronic cardio phase where I was working myself to the bone, and this came at a price. To build and increase your performance, you need to be pushing your muscles to their limits for short periods of time. But if you aren't recovered from your previous workout, you simply cannot do this. Planning adequate rest days is so important, as is getting proper sleep. When we are in deep sleep, this is when human growth hormone is released. This is responsible for building, maintaining, and repairing healthy tissues in your organs. Of course, this is important for our muscles, but it is also important for our other organs as well. If you are not getting enough deep sleep, you are not giving your body a chance to repair. And it's not just deep sleep that is important. Getting enough REM is critical for mood, learning, and memory. A lot of people will trade off getting a good night's sleep in order to get up early and go to the gym, but it's just not worth it. Sleep and recovery is something that I have not always prioritized and that I really had to work at to optimize. The difference I feel after a good night's sleep, not only physically, but mentally as well, is night and day. So what exactly does a good night's sleep look like, and how can you achieve this? In Dr. 𝗖𝗟𝗜𝗖𝗏 book, The Circadian Code, he says we need a minimum of 7 hours of sleep every night. You should give yourself a minimum of 8 hours of sleep opportunity. If you know that you need to be up in the morning at 6 a.m., for example, then you need to be in bed by no later than 10 p.m. My other top tip for getting a good night's sleep is managing your light exposure. What exactly does this mean? Your circadian rhythm, which is what controls your sleep-wake cycle, is highly impacted by light. For example, when our eyes are exposed to natural light in the morning and throughout the day, our bodies release hormones that wake us up and give us energy. When the sun sets and we are no longer exposed to this light, our bodies release hormones that help us sleep. But things get thrown out of whack when you are exposed to or not exposed to light at the right times. For example, working in a dark office all day long with no natural light can make you tired and make it hard to focus. And on the flip side, when you're staring into the bright light of your phone screen in the evening, this can make it hard to fall asleep. So how can we fix this? Number 1, you want to get adequate natural light during the day. Going back to pillar number 2, where I mentioned taking frequent walks throughout the day, this can hit 2 birds with 1 stone because you'll be increasing your light exposure as well. Even working in a room with lots of natural light or sitting closer to a window, this can make a big difference as well. And number 2 is to limit your light exposure after sunset. Blue light specifically is what suppresses your sleep hormone production. The easiest way to limit it is to get a pair of blue light blocking glasses and wear these after sunset. Put these on after sunset and they will block the blue light that your eyes are exposed to. Now, the ones that I have are the Sleep Plus glasses from BlueBlox, and I cannot recommend these enough. There are other similar glasses on the market, but they do not block 100% of blue light, which these glasses do. I have seen a significant increase in my sleep quality since I started wearing these consistently after sunset. And especially if you are someone who has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, give these a go. BlueBlox is an Australian company who offers free worldwide shipping. And for every pair of glasses they sell, they donate a pair of reading glasses to someone in need in a third world country. I will link these Sleep Plus glasses in the description box down below, and you can use code HCK15 to save 15% off your first order. Pillar number 4 is getting adequate sunlight. We have already briefly touched on some of the benefits of sunlight in terms of how they affect your circadian rhythm. Getting adequate natural light during the day is going to give you an energy boost. Another big benefit of sun exposure is it allows our bodies to make vitamin D. Yes, we can get some vitamin D through food, but the sun is really our best source. Every single cell in our body has a receptor for vitamin D, meaning it is important for so many functions. Yes, we all know that vitamin D is important for bone health, but it's also important for our immune system, regulating our hormones, improving our mood, and more. I actually just uploaded a video earlier this week on the importance and the benefits of vitamin D, so if you want to know more, you can check that out here. Unfortunately, most people in the Western world are deficient in this critical nutrient. A 2009 study found that 77% of Americans had insufficient blood levels of vitamin D. Now, to actually generate vitamin D, our bare skin needs to be exposed to UVB rays. These rays are strongest during the middle of the day and during the summer months. And it really only takes 10 minutes in the sun at peak times to generate a significant amount of vitamin D. Of course, depending on where you live and the time of year, getting vitamin D from the sun isn't always an option, but in those cases, supplementing does work as well. I talk more about safe sun exposure in my video on vitamin D, but the sun is our friend, not our foe. And the final pillar, community. Now, if you're watching this video near the upload date, unfortunately right now, this is something that we do not have much control over. Humans are social creatures. Even if you're an introvert, we still need social interactions and a sense of community. A feeling of fellowship with others can help provide a sense of purpose and belonging. And while you may think these things are trivial, they absolutely are not. I think this is really hitting a lot of us pretty hard right now because we aren't able to see our friends, to see our family members. And although in-person communities are probably the most important, online communities can be beneficial as well. I think this is why people get very attached to and identify with different diets. You find a community. People who understand you, who are interested in the same things. You don't have to explain your choices to them. They get it. And those are my 5 pillars for living a healthy life. Let me know in the comment section down below which of these pillars you could probably stand to improve. For myself, it's definitely number 4. I could be getting more sunlight. I do go out for walks multiple times a day, but then I am spending a lot of time inside and not getting as much natural light as I probably could. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to watch my video on vitamin D that I talked about earlier, you can click here. If you want to catch up on my most recent upload, you can click here. And if you're interested in improving your health, you can check out my coaching programs here. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.